Bev Shipley, and I'm the Executive Director at Wings of Refuge, standing in a soon-to-be construction zone for our new Transitional Living Center. It's a great day. Go Serve Global is here. Volunteers will be coming in this week. We're just super excited about what God has planned for the restoration of this home and then the restoration of the women who will live in this home. So God has gifted us this home, and we are super excited about not just the restoration of this home, but the restoration of the lives of the women who will live here, the volunteers who will be part of the project. We're super excited and thank God in advance for all the work that He's going to do in everybody's hearts as they become part of this project. So stay tuned.
I'm Carla Damiano, and I work at Wings, and I work directly with the women, and I also work on the creative side. And this house, I think, represents, it's a good metaphor to what's happening in the women's lives. When they come to us, they're in a dark place, and they're shattered, they're broken, they have soot on them, their paint is peeling from the walls. There's lots of ashes. There's lots of places that they can improve and become just a beautiful light in this world. And this house right now represents their lives and what they've been through. And we're at Wings of Refuge, we take them and we just work with them and give them the opportunities, offer them opportunities that they can resurrect their lives and become the people that God blessed them and made them to be. And this house was not made to be in shambles. This house was made to be beautiful and to have people's lives be resurrected and have joy and laughter and fun and excitement and people to grow and just be able to continue with their lives. So I think that this house represents change, and as it sits right now, it can be changed, and it's come from a dark place, but it's going to go and become something that these women can cherish and that they can live in and that they can grow in.
My name is Dennis Anderson. I am the Domestic Director for Go Serve Global. And Go Serve's role here in this project is to bring in volunteers and resources, provide management and resources for the volunteers so that they can accomplish what they need to get done here. So Go Serve is a faith-based, Christ-centered organization, and we work around the world a lot of times after disasters. And human trafficking is definitely a man-made human disaster, horrible, horrible thing. So this fits right in with what Go Serve wants to do. And so we, on the domestic side, have resources, tools, equipment to clean up after a disaster, tornado, flooding, and that fits right in with being able to come and help gut a house. So our role, we can come in and bring our volunteers and completely gut the house so it's ready for rebuild. So that's our passion and our vision area. Just anything we can do to advance the gospel and in that way. We are going to be bringing in volunteers, maybe up to 100 over the next month, and we will be taking down the walls of this house. Not the structure, but the plaster and the sheetrock. And so hopefully by the end of January, it'll be a house when you walk in that's just studs and a kind of a pallet that you guys can start rebuilding and make the house livable for the ladies who will be rescued.
I'm Rich Lepper, and I'm involved with Wings of Refuge as the construction coordinator. I think one of the neat things about working on these projects for the Wings of Refuge is not only the passion that people have who volunteer and want to develop the home so it works well for the participants, but it's also the passion they just show in their hearts for anything that God wants done, and the way they just dig in and work all for the glory of God and whatever His vision is for the project. Along with that, one of the other interesting things that are very enjoyable things was to see the friendships that were made out of the people that volunteered who didn't know each other before they started or really didn't have any connection until Wings connected them, basically. The Transitional Living Center is focused on participants who have been in the program for a while, and it's really their first step out into the world without supervision since being in the program. And it's really an opportunity for the girls to grow in their faith and in their love for others, and to be able to start to share outwardly more, which is a great opportunity for them to become disciples for Christ. And I think the mission here and the program here is so well structured that I just believe it will develop what I termed recently super disciples for Christ, with them being able to witness what they've been through and the restoration that Christ has done in their life. Will just be a phenomenal witness for the Lord. I think that the girls that will be living in this home will be stepping out into the world with a new faith and love for Jesus, and they're just going to experience such growth that they'll become super disciples for Christ.
I'm Joy Fatma, the Development Director of Wings of Refuge, and today's a big day. We're really excited that this home is going to be a transitional living center for women to be restored. I think this home is a place that we originally tried to not take upon the mission. We tried to not take this home into our possession, and God just orchestrated His body to work together to finish this project, to take on this project. So we're super excited about today, because today starts restoration. And when I think about the day of restoration starting, for the women that we serve, a lot of times to our staff and to the people that walk alongside of women who've been under such vile abuse, sometimes most of their life, that it looks hopeless, and maybe where sometimes people would want to help, could see possibility, but it just looks too hard, and so they walk away. And God has just designed a band of believers, thousands of people, really, through giving, through prayer, and through literally boots on the ground and community, to come alongside of women. And this home kind of represents that we want to take on this project, because all is not lost here. All is not lost here. There is hope here. One of the contractors that walked through this initially said it has really good bones. There's a lot of character in history here. And this was once somebody's dream. This home was once a dream in the heart of someone. And each woman that comes to our home is also a dream that was in the heart of God that He made, that has good bones, that has history, and that has a lot of possibility. And so we just look at this house as a physical representation of what God does in a heart, and not just the hearts of the women that we serve, but every human heart, because every human heart deals with brokenness and darkness and some form of a wound. And God is a restorer. He's a restorer of broken places. He's a builder. He's a constructor. And He makes all things new. And so we're so excited to see what He's going to do in this house, in the project. And the first time someone takes a sledgehammer to these walls and starts breaking down the broken things, to the day that women come here and live, we're just really excited for what God's going to do, because He's going to do the work. It says, unless the Lord, builds the house, the builder isn't doing all the things in vain. And so we just say that the Lord's doing this for His glory, and we're really excited about what He's going to do. And I think the reason I'm most excited about this is because this also represents my life at one point in my life, and I know what it's like for God to take a sledgehammer to your heart that's broken and to build it into something new. And so freedom is possible for everyone.